Hello, everybody, welcome. Rosa's like investigator, hello. Everybody, welcome. Rosa's like investigator. So, guys, I found this little room that's empty for the moment in the co-working space. Today's Sunday, and it's 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, so there are many questions. As always, I don't think I did a reading, okay, yesterday. And I have several questions here, but I want to address something that Angela posted about. Okay, Angela, otherwise known as Indivisible. Okay, San Francisco. And so she had posted something that it was about, have the Republicans won, had this sense of powerlessness, that the Democrats are not doing anything and stuff like that, Trump's still around. And on the one hand, when I expressed the thing about the arrest of Assange, I was, of course, very upset, right? When I had heard the whole thing about Trump being just like Hillary, as of course it's bullshit. It's not true. But at the same time, I feel like I am focusing more and more on the next stage personally. Maybe I should talk about it a bit more, but I want to know. I mean, just asking from a place of innocence. Let's call it that. Okay. What could I tell Angela? Okay, I feel like there are things we can do. We know that there's protests and so forth, but I feel like she mentioned something that people are getting tired and that she doesn't know what to tell people. They're saying, oh, they won. And I don't believe that's necessarily true because this may be true now that they are still in the public eye and they do all these things, but I don't think this is over at all. Okay. But I'm just like I said, I want to know what's what it's or the cards or universe, whatever you call it, okay, wants to say to Angela and anyone who feels that it's over and stuff like that. Okay. And the other thing I want to say, I watched Linda G's video, I think it was yesterday, and she also said the same thing. She said she saw that it's not going to go on forever, that he's going to go, and it sounds like so but I just want to know what is I like I was telling you guys, on the one hand, I do feel that it's not over yet, and I have this quiet confidence about everything. Okay. But it's a big thing, and we have to remember that this is Trump has been president for a little over, I guess, 2 years, right? But the scheme, the whole scheme that allowed Trump to get away with all these things and all this sort of shadiness by the Republicans has been around for decades. So it's not as if you can just, there's a magic wand that's going to make all these things go away, because you have to remember it's not just Trump. It's the paraphernalia that surrounds him and everyone who enabled his, fake election and stuff like that. So anyway, so let's have here in front of our house. Okay, so I want to know. Okay, so I kind of have been liking lately, guys, to have not as many cards and then do vision and see, as it progresses. If I need more cards, I will get them. But just to to try to make the readings shorter, I think it's a good idea, generally speaking. Okay. All right. So so your spirits. Okay. So Angela has this question about whether she feels that people are in the field. Okay. She works through Indivisible. She feels people are tired. There's less and less people protesting. What is going on? What can you say to Angela? And what could she do in her she do? Okay, so first, what can I say to Angela? What can we say to Angela, right? Because it's not about me, but what do you say to Angela about the situation? Okay, so say to Angela about the situation, about what's really going on, and then ask the questions. I don't think they would have one, but let's see. Okay, I think I have done a reading on this before, but Just I don't know. Okay. I have other questions that are somewhat related to this, but that are not this quite yet. Okay. Okay. And so is this what can I tell Angela about this situation? And also, in other words, how can we keep hope when we look at what's going on and it feels as if we have lost? Okay. From her perspective. Okay. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. So just pick one card and see what do we have. Interesting. So we have, okay. Okay. I'm using these funny little clip-on lights, so it's kind of interesting. You can lower it. Actually helpful. So okay. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, so just want to get the cards and then talk about it. So this is a relationship or a deal or something not going so well. This is something becoming exposed in a big change. Okay. About baby. Really? He's moving, huh? Interesting information. Baby? He has legs, huh? He can walk. Most babies cannot walk, but this one, he does walk. Interesting, hopeless. Okay. Wow, yeah. So it suggests that things will break up when everything is exposed. And this is a big change, okay? And I think I've said this before as I was writing about these types of cards, Kipper cards. When change comes, you have to remember this is the 19th century, okay? So when these cards originated. So in the 19th century, change was rare. You rarely changed classes and life circumstances. So when these cards of change come up, it means something very significant, okay? So there's big significance for baby. Yeah, really, what happens? Hopeless. Now this is hopeless when this is ladro, right? Thief exposed. So things may fall apart when there's exposure, okay, and everything's going to change dramatically for baby, okay. And let's see here, one more have a question. Okay, so change the where the light is located. So you see what I'm saying? So that's what it's saying. When things are exposed, baby will feel hopeless, and things are exposed, everything changes. Baby will feel like he has to go. I have to go. I have to go. I have to go. I don't know. So that's baby. Baby. Okay. So when people ask, okay, so just confirming more information here, Bob. I'm just waiting for revelation. Trust the revelation is coming. Okay. So I know it sounds crazy saying, but oh, just trust the revelation is coming, but it's coming. Okay. So when people go to Angela and ask her that and say exactly that, well, he's winning, there's nothing we can do. What can she tell them other than, okay, this is what I told her. We told her, but what can she tell people who ask her that? Isolation, money. This is also a card of many people because fish, you think how they're never alone, okay? In the context of her context and the context of many of us, okay? Okay, so this is isolation, this is money, and night on the mind of the White House, agreements, negative message. So they will be isolated. Okay, they're they essentially their idea, their main focus is financial. Okay, and the deal is done. Okay, so there's a deal, the deal is done, and it's going to come in the form of a negative message. But essentially, kind of what can she say to people? Take the time, rest, take the time you need. But the last thing you can do is to embrace the propaganda ideas. That's what they want. So you just have to, for example, guys, it's saying, how Trump, he will say something that is a total lie, that is a negative lie. But in your sense, you have to, what is a quote unquote a positive lie? It's faith. Okay. So you have to know it's not a positive lie, it's the truth. We know that the truth is going to come out, and you have to trust that it's going to happen. If it doesn't happen right when you want it, exactly how you want it, and you freak out, it's not going to help anyone. In fact, you may be helping them. So you do need to rest, okay, and take the time off and care for people around you who may be feeling that way, okay, and connect with others. So, okay. So, what is the most effective way for, let's just say here, quote unquote, the resistance or people in our position to fight? I mean, we know that it's protesting, it's calling you a president. Okay, so what is the most effective way for people? Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let me just get the cards out and then we'll talk. So this is interesting because this is the sword upside down. So this is like this is sort of like a revelation, okay? And like this is that there is a mental, it's not confusion, but it's a lack of sharpness. Just think of it this way, okay? This is secret or knowledge. Okay, the book is obviously also knowledge. Now we have here the marriage card twice, okay? Where is it? Okay, so this is actually, I'm sorry, this is the successful marriage and marriage. Okay, so we feel sometimes confused because the deals and the deals, how they have succeeded, have all been happened in secret. And this is impeachment, guys, okay? Impeachment, exposure of stuff that could lead to prison. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, does it mean, okay, so does it mean that I should push for impeachment? So it's interesting because I see here um, that what they suggest is affirming the values, okay? So that each person, in a way, carries the values of the country or the culture, or whatever it is that you feel you belong to. So when you say, oh, let's say, for example, concentration camps for children are not acceptable. Obviously, they are not acceptable. A more productive way to do this would be perhaps to use, whenever you speak, to say, um, this country will honor the children that are currently being kidnapped by the administration. This is not acceptable behavior. America is a country that accepts immigrants and so forth. So you have to affirm, because, and guys, this is something that I've learned from, let's say, studying propaganda, but there's a sense here that the whole thing for them is dominating discourse. So you have to understand how language operates, okay? And how, when you deny something, and this has to do, this is true for affirmations, for everything. If you say to someone, um, when you deny something, whatever it is, you accept the existence. So, for example, this is not going to, whatever, it's not going to happen. You don't say it, whatever is not going to happen. You say what you want to happen. So, the same way, it's like it's almost as if we don't understand really how you're being utilized, instrumentalized to achieve the goal of the administration. So, for example, you know how they're always creating controversies. It's like we're always outraged, and when we are outraged, we affirm their reality. So it's say, "Oh my God, I can't believe he's trying to put the kids in the," it's like all in the sanctuary cities. It's we just have to continue to affirm the things that are truthful and that are real. And then once we affirm, we hold on to the values that matter. I think we can say because of those reasons, it's like he'll be impeached or whatever it is. This is impeachable. This is what I'm saying. It's kind of this because in a way, guys, it's more important to affirm the positive you believe in than it is to say this is not acceptable. Does it make sense? Because I feel like what happens is that they occupy the media discourse so much that you start to believe that this is all real. And as you know, you can't necessarily change the media, unless you buy a media company. You can't necessarily. You can only be responsible truly for what you do and what you say and how you react. So you just have to be extremely conscientious of all this. Okay. Okay. So then, guys. Okay. So I think this is clear. Now let me just ask you. This is a tough question to ask. Have the Republicans won? Okay. What happens? Have the Republicans won? Just ask it this way. This is behind the scenes. People can't sleep. Oh, really? Who? I was thinking it was me. This is the older man. Okay. Okay. Business deals. There. This is also restlessness. Okay. Business deals from abroad. What is it? Okay. This one. Now, this is a person leaving, guys. This is Inconstanza, right? And then what do we have here? Yeah, this is the discovery of shady money. Okay, this is interesting. You have to look at this card, guys. This is somebody in a church, okay, and it upside down. So it's also a card of something happening quietly behind the scenes, okay. But essentially, it's saying that even though it looks as though they are winning, essentially this business deal, the money that comes from a business deal that comes from far, like foreign money from far away, is going to lead him to leave. Okay. So I'm just gonna, guys. The other way to look at this is to. I know timing, is fluid, but let's see here. Where will the Republicans be in? Let's say today's April. Let's say August. It's far away enough. So let's say September. September. Oh, yeah. Opposition. This is the deal that fell through. Okay, so the shady. This is also the. So well, I'll start it. So let's just see here. Oh, false. They are false people. No, they're not. The man. Okay, there's a man here. Prison. No, 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 no. Man in prison. No, 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 no. So, hmm. No, it's not possible. Okay, marriage, right? So deal. Wow, Trump's children. So guys, okay, so I just feel like they're not going to be in a good position. Some people, I mean, literally, I think this is actual prison. They're being prison. They could be in prison, or they could have serious legal problems because they have their lies, because of their lies, their deals, and their business partners. Now, this is also the children, guys. This is what I say. This is see the wife and the children. I feel like this is a reference to Trump's children. Okay, and or their business partners. We're most likely to see because we have the marriage here and then the children. The Christian rights, no, no, that doesn't refer to that. But I don't think. Okay, will the GOP? Will Trump be in power or not? Let's see, August. Does it look like August? Oh, change. Somebody change. Moving? Yeah, you're moving? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Here. The woman is usually Russian. Oh, look. Justice? Yeah. Basically the court person. So the court to make a decisions. Collaboration. Okay, so Amalato, that's right. Man, okay. Yeah, he can't. Guys, I was actually writing about this card a couple days ago, and this is a card of the maid, the service person. And it's interesting because to me this means that this card has a lot to do with tasks. The things that you have to do day to day. And if you think about it, Trump is sick. He's not fit to serve. Okay, ultimately, and he may have to leave. So this is what I think, guys. I'm in a way I'm not preoccupied because of that, because I feel like at the end of the day, this is very clear to me anyway. It's very clear. And the reality is that even the people, I don't think that people really want to live in that world of the Republicans want to create. When people start losing something, economically speaking, they are going to start missing the Democrats, right? So, so I feel like things will come back. Okay, I really do. Before there were times when I wasn't thinking this way, but I am. Okay. Okay. So what else? Okay. Okay. So this is it, guys. Now I have another question that now this is a different series of questions. Okay. This is related to this, but my question is, I feel like we're going through all this exhaustion and all those things, guys. This is very, very coordinated, very clear. And the name is psychological operations, right? All the flooding of the propaganda, all the bullshit, all the conspiracy theories. I'd like to know if all of it will ever be will this be recognized in the near future as psyops, right? This is something that it's a military operation, okay, that's being done against the US citizens. Is this going to be recognized as such? Okay. Now let's find out. Is this going to be recognized as psychological operations in the near, let's say in the next 2 to 4 years? What has happened? Okay. This is good, guys. This is balance, karma, news. Okay. Balance, right? Do you remember when I had balance? Interesting. Something foreign. This is the journey. This is the business deal. Okay. Well, unhoped for money, right? That you were not expecting, expected money. And the F's kisser and the shady deal. So I feel, guys, my sense is yes, but because it's showing, guys. I mean, I have the face of Brad Pascal, and he has a $1 billion budget for Trump's reelection. What is this for? It's for the trolling and all the propaganda arm of this. So once this is all exposed, there's no way. I mean, it's impossible. It's absolutely impossible that this is not going to be discussed and recognized as such. Okay. So, okay. So then the other question, guys, is will there be laws in the future to deter propaganda or all of this psyops, or is this just a new reality? Kind of a Cold War 2.0, but it's cyber. Okay, how are we going to have laws to? This is interesting. Election upside down. Okay, victory upside down. Clouds. Now, as you know, clouds could be also storage in the clouds. Okay, baby. Baby twice. How interesting. Weird. Okay. The gamblers. And then we have, oh yeah, domesticos. So okay, so what does this mean? The two babies, new beginning because of baby. Okay, so yeah, so the baby stands for a new beginning, but it also stands for Trump, as you know. So because this all happened in the cloud, that's right. A lot, and guys, I'm getting the whole thing with Alpha Bank. All this stuff happened online, okay, on the internet, but also as they exchanged information about the data, and there was all these people involved here, and the people who carried out the work. Okay, so once this is, guys, it's saying, and I see Mueller here talking about it. Once this is revealed, it's just that it's not revealed yet. Then it's almost as if, for example, you need to find and define the problem before you find a solution. So right now, all the Trump administration is just, no, nothing happened. Nothing happened. And obviously that's not true. But once this is recognized as having indeed happened, then the measures can be taken. But it's, guys, it's very serious, as I've talked about it before. And it's only once Trump might be, was out of here. Once, if the Republicans are in power, this is not going to be discussed, obviously, okay, because they benefited from this. So, okay, so what's going to happen with, for example, Fox News? I mean, they were part of the propaganda machine. How could they be prevented from operating in the future? Seeing guys, I see Murdoch and all kinds of people maybe going to jail or being recognized as having had a criminal role. Okay, so this is interesting. I see this is plans and this is holding the world, right? This is values and what you love. This is right. This is theft, right? Stolen. Oh, and then the coffin. Okay. Now this is wait. So wait, it's over. Okay, I think. And moving on from sadness. So it's also putting an ending to all of this stuff that has happened worldwide. It's just difficult, guys, okay? But how do we need to, again, the same thing, recognizing the pain, owning and recognizing the pain. So it's like I said, guys, the issue with Trump is that and these people is that they own the discourse, right? They're always constantly doing outrageous things to distract people. So once he leaves, everything's going, like, imagine a world where there's no distraction of his bullshit, where people have to address the content, right? So once that happens, this is the danger and the genius of Trump is that he manages to have people focus on everything that doesn't matter and all the bullshit that he says. So this is the way that things win. And I see Bannon guys saying like Trump is a genius. He knows what to do even without the scientists, the linguists who, like Robert Mercer is a linguist, as you probably know, who before they even instruct him to do it. So without that guy, he's the cloud was so so that's what it shows, okay? But it has to do with the truth, okay? Is the truth gonna win? Yes. It's like, and I see, it's funny, I don't know if you know that Rio has this image of the Christ Redeemer, and it's kind of like the clearing of the clouds, and you can see the Christ Redeemer. I'm saying it's not unnecessary. You don't have to be Christian to believe that or not, but it's just showing that it's a moment of, it's like humans learn to create clouds, but it's not going to go on forever. Eventually the truth comes out. And that's what we have to hold on to. Okay. All right. So interesting for our house. Okay. So I have other questions here, guys, that I'm going to do a different video for, or let's see how much time we have. I think we can. You know what? Okay. One question about, I don't know if you saw this on Friday, guys. This guy, Sam Patten, he was or is a lobbyist, and he was was it convicted? But it's like he got no prison time, okay? But well, obviously we were upset about all of it, but at the same time, the one thing that apparently was very interesting in his indictment was that, or the documents they were talking about, is that he's apparently been working for the government for years. So this is interesting. The reason they're saying, well, the reason why he got almost no jail time is probably because he's been working for the government. So okay, so let's find out. Okay, so what about Sam Patten, and what does he know? Has he been working for the government? Okay, change. Okay, what's this? Oh, key. That's right, guys. Usually when I see that in this context, key is key witness. Okay, so there's a change. Okay. Oh, this success and love. So see success, right? And then grief and adversity. What's going on here? Okay, so something unpleasant. Oh, look, delirante. That's the criminals. Oh, look at the rayon. Oh. Nunes? Are you there? Nunes? Nunes? Analyst? Moo. Moo. So interesting for my house. Yeah, so guys, this is change witness. Okay, there's a successful deal now. This is worry and grief and adversity. No, I'm sorry, worry. Okay, very unpleasant things connected to the crimes. To the guys, and I also think of this card in a way as RICO, right? Because it's the group of people who are committing crimes together. So it's a conspiracy card, okay? Right? They're all helping shout out. So he knows people are worried because they're saying he knows a lot about this conspiracy. So was Sam Patten when okay, just as a question. When Sam Patten went to work for Trump, or this is what he did. So he apparently he made a payment for Trump's election. I'm sorry, Trump's inauguration, um, on behalf of a Ukrainian oligarch. Okay. So the question I have is, while he was doing that, was he working for the government at the same time? In other words, was he already, yeah, was he working for the government? Meaning telling what he was knowingly doing these things and then telling the government that he was and you know what I mean? So some sort of a government informant. Okay. Was he working as an informant as he began doing these things? Okay. This is a person with emotional balance. Okay. Public, public or social network. Okay. So, oh no, coffin? The money guy. That's right. Money man. Okay. Friend. One other one here. Yeah. So exposure is right. Exposing the thing. Okay. So, desgraça. Look, terrible. Terrible card for everybody. Okay, so becoming public end of the money man here, exposing the inner creating the drum. Okay, so I just want to know, guys. Okay, so tell me, does this mean that? So this is what I got, guys. This guy was, he was already. I feel like I don't know how these things work, but they were like, I think he has been caught by the FBI before, but he was warned by them, and he said, "Look," they were like, "Look, we know you're dealing with these people. We just want the information." And he was like, "But he's kind of entitled, okay?" And he's like, "Well, but I want my money. I want this and that." So he was kind of forced to give the information as he was doing this. I don't think he necessarily wanted to, but he was in a tough position. It's not as if I feel like he was he had to, okay? So yeah, he was close. He was one of the people. Oh guys, okay. So this leads me to the other question I had written here, which is about um is there others who have worked in the Trump campaign or that are let's say no, let's say for today. This is more important to find out today. Are there people right now working in the White House that are close to Trump and or his allies who are working for the government, right? Working for the police, for law enforcement. Are there people currently working for Trump and or in the White House in high positions or not so high positions who are working for the government? Oh, look, people know a lot. This is burden. In other words, they know a lot. People who know a lot. Ending. Really? Oh, okay. So foreign. Interesting. This is a trip, right? Foreign. It could also be that they went somewhere. They had to go. Grief and adversity. This is the orange man. Okay. Doctor. Interesting. Okay. So, guys, I'm going to put this here because I feel like this is kind of interesting. It may be helpful to look at it in a, bigger thing. Okay. So, Retired. Interesting. Guys, I feel like it wasn't I think John Kelly retired. Um, okay, just kind of interesting here. I'm just thinking, okay. I want to know right now, are there people okay actively under like right now? Okay, so let's see here. Okay, the group of people. Okay. Just see here. Okay, so the group just so you know, this is let me just do it so you could see it better. Okay, so as we talked about it before now, this is money. This is the group of people connected to Trump. Okay. I think of it as the org chart. This also has to do with health. Okay. Natural resources. Okay. So, okay. Woman. One more. Yeah. Grief and adversity. This is confidential. Good. Okay. What do we have? Oh, yeah. White House. Interest. Oh, this is upside down. So, this is old from back in the day, from from his past. Yeah. Military look. Guilt. So, guys, I feel like this, okay, just here, the solution either created to an outdated past leads to guilt. I feel like whoever, oh, you know what, guys, the dottore in the context of Trump could be his advisor, right? Who says this is the consigliere, right? In a way. Um, this is the person who gives counsel to him. White House military. Okay, so this is an ending of the tree, right? Org chart because of a deal, through a deal. So they offered, they have deals. Okay, and this is they're worried about the foreign power working. Okay, the people who are working for them. Okay, I need to close my eyes, guys, because this is kind of interesting, but it's also initially okay. Initially, when I wanted to look at this, or when I saw these cards, I thought, okay, was it before? After? I feel like I was maybe hoping or thinking that it would show that people were legitimately wanting to do good. Oh, I want to work there, but I'm actually not. I don't believe him. But what this suggests uh, is that some. I don't think they necessarily went in thinking that Trump was bad or they actually liked Trump, but they're seeing all this like really shady stuff, and this is what I want to know. Okay, so tell me about these people. Where are they? What are they doing? So this is kind of interesting, guys. I feel like this is, like I said, not at all what I was expecting. It shows that it's almost like there's four rungs on the ladder here. Okay, one at the very bottom, it's totally anti-Trump, which is the people who work in the White House as like janitors and those kinds of things. It's normal, right? And they and I like I shouldn't say it, but I feel like they collect papers. they keep things they feel it could be evidence, even though it is not necessarily true, but they're like they want it to be done. Okay, they're just, it's almost like they feel like it could be a crime scene. Oh, no, 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 no. So that's that, but I don't think they have access to the conversations and all those things. Okay. Now there is also, and I'm getting here, guys, Gary Cohn. Okay. I don't know that he left the government a while back. I'm not saying I like him or anything, but people sort of like that, like him, that didn't really have, obviously strong moral, like who works for Trump, right? You don't have very strong morals, but that they thought they were in it for themselves, they could get something out of it. And when they realized they couldn't, they ran to the feds or to somebody, okay? Because I feel like they're aware that if they don't, there could be legal consequences. And then at the same time, they want revenge. Oh, interesting. Because they feel that Trump has burned their name. When in fact they did it to themselves because they knew who Trump was, but I feel like there is something about Trump for people who have worked for him that it's like we don't like, I mean, we're not surprised. No, nobody that, watches my videos, I think, would ever be able to work for him, but it's almost as if he really upsets people so much that know him, that deal with him on a person to person basis, that they end up wanting revenge. People are not. You could say, for example, okay, that let's say Steve Jobs, like he was a horrible person, but people liked working for him, or they thought that they were building something bigger, or like they made excuses for them, but they believe the guy, even though he was an asshole, right? He did terrible things to them in a way, right? But in this case, it's like he was just an asshole, and there's just nothing here. Like they felt, because the people who work for Trump, they're all as transaction, not because it's hard to be as transactional he is, but most of them are quite transactional. So it's not as if they expect him to be a good person. But when he feels he cheated them of something, guys, it's showing a lot of the people are motivated by revenge and also protecting themselves before they have to, get a lawyer or whatever. Okay, so it's also a means for them to try to save money. And there are some people who, it's telling me, the woman who was a whistleblower of the employment office, those kinds of people. There's also, I feel like admin people, I don't know. And I don't know, guys. I feel like it's a a real nest of snakes over there, okay? Because it's people who would not be. This is what's interesting. People who would not be able to get the job otherwise, and job like that otherwise, okay? And there are some people who may have had, like I was saying, people who had military backgrounds. I'm feeling like when he started saying even worse things about John McCain, they got really upset and they started being more active in the collaboration. So, okay, so what's going to happen once the White House falls? Are we going to know who these people were? Yes, they will testify in public. Wow, there's going to be hearings. Wow, guys, you know what I'm seeing? So interesting. Once Trump leaves and we have a new government, everything is going to be C-SPAN or whatever. It's going to be huge because there's going to be hearings every day, all the time, constantly for years. So we need to know information because it's going to be transparency. It's going to be it's going to be the new government. I mean, I think we were moving towards that, but they feel that it's the only way that the American people will know what really happened, and that in order for this to not happen again, it has to be spoken of constantly. And I feel like I see Obama here, guys. Again, he's talking for whatever reasons to newspapers, saying that this has to change. I feel like Obama will be part of this government, I don't say alliance or something, where they, like I say, it's funny, I said this before, like rebuilding the government, okay, in some way, like kind of like, I not to say ideologically, but just almost like giving support or saying how important this all is. Okay, so interesting for our house. Okay, all right. So guys, I'm gonna stop here for now. I'm gonna do another video. This is a bit long, a little longer than usual, because like lately I've been doing shorter videos. But I'm gonna put the the little notes so you'll see what I'm working on. Right? What you can skip. Okay. All right.